Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the three talents. The path to the great roots. It's the way to the root depths.
Is that a dragon? You're riding on a boat now.
He's here.
Right on time.
That feeling, Kafka. It's welling up within me. That feeling... It's...
Well, don't resist. Let the Mara strike you.
Eh?
You're here.
It's time to pay the price!
Yeah, you said that last time. You said that last
You
time.
think changing form will help you escape? Escape.
I've told you and that woman many times. I am Dan Heng. I've nothing to do with your past.
Dan Heng. You think another name and face can blot out the sin of your past? You didn't even experience death. I will force this suffering upon you, Dan Heng. You will know the pain of death.
Not on my watch.
I have goosebumps.
You're not murdering anyone today, fugitive. You're coming with me.
Qin Yuan's lapdog. Did the general not teach you to choose your battles wisely?
He's like, don't interrupt,
move
bitch.
back. Things are about to- Huh? You look so familiar.
Bro! He just doesn't have the horns!
Quit hiding. Your true self revealed.
Oh, what?
I have news for you, boy. Behind you is none other than the traitor.
Is this it?
Genjo. A criminal forever banished. High Elder of the Vidyadhara.
Oh.
Imbibitor Lunae. Those were the only ones to infiltrate the Xianzhou.
In that case, I'll bring both of you to justice.
All of you listen to me. Stop.
Are we done? Are we done?
Well, Blady, are you satisfied?
Well, give up.
What
did you do?
I'm just clearing the stage for the grand entrance. Can't have you three misbehaving in front of the Luofu's hotshot general.
genuine.
General,
I didn't expect him to show up here.
Many years have passed since the two of you departed the Xianzhou, and yet the circumstances of your return appear to be equally unhappy. If you still thought of me as a friend, you should have forewarned me.
My task is complete.
That it is. Thank you for assisting the Xianzhou in this small matter. Take this person away. I will pretend I didn't see anything this time.
General,
Now is not the time.
Oh. He sounds mad. He sounds mad.
It has been a long time, old friend.
I'm not him.
I'm sorry. You cannot leave yet. Your Astral Express friends are waiting for you in Scale Gorge Waterscape. Shall we go and see them together?
Yes, please.
Luminescent Depths, a realm of singular beauty. Scale Gorge Waterscape is the same as when I last laid eyes on it. And here we stand so different from one another. The flesh of long-lived species may be immortal, but the constant of heaven and earth eludes them.
You know the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth cycle, General. The waters of the ancient sea have cleansed Dan Feng of his past sin. The person that once stood here alongside you is no more.
Yeah, he's done hung now.
I am Dan Heng. Whether Dan Feng was hero or villain has nothing to do with me. I bore his punishment, accepted my eternal banishment without complaint. But do not let his shadow cloud your estimation of me, General.
Raising old nets only darkens the water, and exercising unhappiness. Perhaps it is your visage, the horns on your head, or the unmistakable air of the High Elder that makes the separation.
I want to touch those horns. I want to touch those horns so bad!
He told you,
You did. But to what effect? If words alone
I want
were
to touch those
enough to
horns!
change, this world would be without quarrel. If you wish to rid me of the illusion of Dan Feng, you must do something for me. Before I can let Dan Feng die and revoke your banishment edict, I need you to do me one final favor. I can guarantee you that when it is done, you will no longer walk in anyone's shadow aboard the Law Fu.
I may not be capable of the things that Dan Feng was capable of.
You must do it, or my promise will count for naught. If you wish to blame someone, blame your previous incarnation. Had he not committed that terrible sin, had the power of dragon transmutation been passed on intact, I would have no need to compel you. It is as I said. Here we stand so different from one another. Dan Feng is no more. Now, there is only Dan Heng. But I am the general of the Law Fu. There are things that I wish I did not have to do, and yet I must.
Well,
Let us talk of happier tidings. The friends you made on the Express are here. Do you wish to see them?
well, that's done.
Where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The seat of divine foresight relate the battle reports to me. As for Vantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Vantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's Author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Don Hung?
Indeed.
You are Don Hung, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So,
I mean, you can
you
tell us all
do
the
have
way,
secret
you know,
strength.
tell us all
Let us
the
save
way
such
in
reminiscence
space.
for later, shall we? My astral guests, when you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis.
Yep, it was her plan all
Doing
along.
so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Vantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Don Hung and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
So, like, what now? Is he gonna be like that forever, or he's just gonna change back to normal, to his human form?
Don Hung?
Thank you, Don Hung.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak.
What would happen if I
But as a
make
second
Don
of
Hung
the Vidyadhara,
like
I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
what would happen if I remained still? You know, what would happen if Don Hung remained still and didn't hold out his hand? Like, what would happen? I'm now curious. Oh my god, oh god.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet.
Bet.
A bet on the senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. And on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
High Elder?
when the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make
So
the
is this
stemming
Dan
of
Hong's
those
memorial,
remnants
I
a
guess?
possibility, the Lawfu
Statue?
invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Videodora guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Videodora statue.
Ooh.
It looks so much like Don Hong. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Don Hong's brother?
Eh?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child. Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Lawfu Videodora have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
The statue of the High Elder has been greatly changed by years of weathering. There are small words engraved near its base. Hearken, as Arbor revives and foe nears, we call forth the mighty waters of ancient sea to flood abodes of heaven and quell roots of evil. We etch this in stone for all to heed. Try to feel the great power here, I guess. Beneath the endless rolling waves, the ancient roots of the arbor blaze long dormant. They stir and come to life, as if a beast were waking from its strife. The the containment mechanisms woven by past thrones, the bindings that tame the beast's power, known a fragile net soon to shatter and fall. Its decay a warning. Heard by one and all. Memories from the past emerge from the darkness, tightly gripping you. Yay, another achievement.
The annals mention that Scale Gorge waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
Wait, okay. Sorry, fuck.
I was fortunate enough
The autoplay, I forgot the autoplay every fucking time.
I witnessed this place in its prime.
It looks pretty though. It's pretty.
The palace was left in ruins, and the Videodora used their sacred
It's
homeland
scary,
to imprison
but
the Arbor.
at the same time, it's pretty.
The Lawfu and the Xianzhou
I don't know
were
why.
greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu,
Here, General.
remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jinyuan. General, are you planning to face Fantilia alone?
What?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends
Oh,
for support.
okay. It would be dangerous fighting her alone.
Don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Or is it he?
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty
Them.
as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let
I
our
don't
workers
know.
face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, Allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the
Lan.
Rainbow Arbiter and the
Nanook.
Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knight's attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
Oh no, don't say
I
things
trust
like
you'll
that.
behave
Oh my
truly
god,
to
I'm
the
worried now.
person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
You scaled Gorge's waterscape to seal the arbor. Treason! Blasphemy! You've lost your senses. You think this will gain the trust of the Xianzhou natives. Those who are not of our kind can never be of our mind.
Yeah, these memories are
Your misgivings, but
not
my decision
good.
is made. That is the course we must take. Very well. In that case, I will report you to the preceptors and have you stripped of the name and power of the High Elder.
This must be the first High Elder that accepted the mission to quell the Ambrosial Arbor. According to tradition, from then on, successive High Elders were obliged to return to the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. They would guide the tides of the ancient sea to guard and strengthen the Arbor's seal.
Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the three talents, the path to the great roots. It's the way to the root depths.
Is that a dragon?
Is that some kind of riddle? Reverence to the three talons. What the heck does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.